All right, people, what's happening? You are a nobody, and so am I. All right, I'm not saying this to roast anybody. As I said, I just put myself under the burner. You're a nobody, and so am I. Um, I really want you to just step into reality and keep it a stack with me. If you can relate with this one, I want you to let me know off the bat, okay? Because social media is not a real place, and a lot of people give too much weight or value social media so fucking much to the point where it's like they feel like they're less than simply because they're not doing what Sally's doing or John is doing, or it appears to be that Michael is doing better than you, whoever the fuck this person is, doesn't matter. Social media can be a tool, that you can use to make sure that you're, spreading a positive message, or you can gain inspiration from it. It can also be a device that can make you feel like you're less than and that can hold you down. All right. So today we're going to be breaking it down to the podcast, just keeping it a stack, keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? But before we dive into the podcast, I'm gonna read some of the comments and talk about what you guys are talking about. And if you have any questions, drop them. Logan, Yujiro Hanma's in the chat. Let's go. Abraham, what's up, bro? Long time, dude. Long time. I remember our late night shifts, bro. Happy New Year to you too, bro. Joshua says your post is just fucking insane real. I appreciate you, Josh. Again, I speak from the heart. As I said, I'm not much different from you, although it does look like, and I'm guilty of this. I post my fucking highlight reels, the best parts of my life online, just as anybody else does. And I'm also in a way a consumer of like social media as much as I am we'll say a creator, but I'm working on just being more of a creator than a consumer. But for 90% of us or 99% of us that are consumers of social media, I'm here to speak on your behalf just to keep it a stack with you guys and girls and let you know what's up. So I appreciate you, Josh, for reading that post. If you haven't read my post already, go check it out on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, where I'm pretty much going to be talking about what we're going to be bringing up today in the podcast. All right, Lewis, thank you for joining. Browse over, what's up? Some of you guys have some pretty, like, not weird, but like cool Instagram names that I just can't fucking pronounce. And I just want to shout everybody out, but I can't pronounce shit with numbers. But I guess it's evil shit with a three, and you know what it is. You're welcome. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for joining. All right. So if you have any questions at any point in time during this podcast, any comments during this podcast, drop them down unless they're too private, in which you can send that as a DM to me, and we can talk about that on a one-to-one level, just so you don't have to air out your dirty laundry. Um, Fight Game King, I'll whip you in UFC, bro. That's not what today's about, but I appreciate you joining. Dope. All right, so not a lot of comments here yet. Awesome, but I just want to let you guys and girls know that when you do get the comments or when you do get the questions, you can drop them down in the comments, and then we can chat about it after the podcast. But without wasting any time, we're going to dive into the podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Welcome to the Natural Nomad podcast, where we keep it real about how we feel and what we deal with in life. This is the number one podcast for anyone on this planet, country, or nation who wants to make an amazing mental and physical natural transformation. Disclaimer, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Not because I want to be mean, but because I fucking respect you. So if you tune in and decide to give me the time out of your life that you know you'll never get back, the very least I can do for you is keep it a stack. Now that that's out the way, let's chat with IFBB Pro Matt Butale. Let's get raw, nomads. What's good, chest bras, chest broads, whatever the fuck you identify as. It's all good. You're welcome here so long you bring positivity, good energy, and good questions. All right. So before we dive into it, I want to let you guys and girls know if you have any questions at any point in time during this podcast recording, I will be answering them after the recording. And also, I want to let you know if you have any questions that are like a little bit too personal, a little bit too private to air on the air, pun intended, you can DM me and we can talk about it personally, because I do respect your privacy. On top of that, I do actually want to give you value and help you out here, as I do appreciate you for tuning in and giving me the time out of your life that you know you'll never get back. All right. So let's dive into today's podcast. Today's topic is You Are a Nobody. Okay, you are a nobody. And as I said, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because it's fucking true. And this applies to myself as well. Being a consumer of social media as well as a creator. Okay, social media is not a real place. All right, social media is it's dude. This is an app in your phone. I'm not physically in front of you. I'm speaking to a wall essentially, but people are listening to me because I've got a few cameras and a few microphones picking up my sound. Social media is not a real place. Okay. And what I found, especially with like since I started using social media in like 2012, I've noticed a lot of people just put themselves on pedestals or view other people to be on pedestals subconsciously almost because of their life. Like you'd see that they're always on vacation, they're doing this cool thing, they're doing that cool thing, whatever it is, they've got this much money, they look a certain way, um, their life just looks more fun than yours. Like, cool. That's what social media is about, though. Everybody on social media actually posts only the best parts of their life. That's like the point of it. Nobody really airs out their own dirty laundry. And the select few that do that, the select few that are vulnerable, are very, very rare. And I aspire to be like them because I aspire to teach and tell other people about my experience in my life and allow other people to gain encouragement and inspiration from not only my successes, but also my downfalls. Okay, so yes, I share my wins with you guys and girls. Yes, when I'm fucking dominating and doing my very best on the bodybuilding stage, I share that with you guys and girls. But I also don't hesitate to show you guys and girls where I come from, some of the things that I do struggle with, or that I did struggle with, even, and just take a step down off of that imaginary pedestal. And I put quotations around that because it's not even a real pedestal. If you really don't want to see me, you can delete the app. If you really don't want to see that other person, you can delete the app. It's not like I'm a real celebrity. So when I say you're a nobody, I'm speaking to myself as well too. To stay grounded, to stay humble, and just to stay honest. As I said, I'm here to keep it a stack with you guys and girls. So many of us look at social media and like get immediately discouraged when we see somebody younger than us doing what we think is better than us. You know what I mean? Like I'll just keep it honest. I'm 23 years old. I'm a natural IFBB pro. Okay. And that's one thing a lot of people on the surface of this earth cannot say that they've done. But that doesn't make me better than you. In no way, shape, or form is my life more valuable than yours. Okay. Like I'm 23 years old. I'm an entrepreneur. I also made 5 figures in my business last month. Money doesn't mean shit. Just because I made a little bit more money doesn't mean I'm better than you. You see, what happens is when we go to social media and we look at other people, we just categorize ourselves based off of the quote unquote success of other people, and we look down on ourselves. But I'm here to actually encourage you guys and girls to chase your fucking dreams because I know what it's like to just open the app, scroll, 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 and be like, fuck my life. Like, I know what that's like. I've been like that for years. So when I sit here and I'm telling you guys and girls that social media is not a real place, you better understand it. You've got to believe it because this is true what I'm speaking about right now. People putting themselves on an imaginary pedestal or you putting them on an imaginary pedestal, automatically valuing them more than yourself. It's sad, it's true, okay? And I'm just going to keep it a stack with you guys and girls that I said, at the start of the podcast. I'm here to keep it a stack with you guys and girls. I'm not here to fucking gloat or to make myself seem perfect. I'm not perfect. And if you look close enough, you can see that. Look at my skin. And I'm not really ashamed of it because I know I'm human, but I know in my heart, like it's a really sad feeling. And I'll just be honest with you. Um, Last night I was watching some, and again, if this invokes anger or disappointment in you, I don't really mind. Because I'm not here to like really appease to your views 100%. Like we are going to disagree on some things. But anyway, I was listening to some Jordan Peterson last night, and it was true. I was listening to a video and he's like, "Bro, nobody really encourages anybody." Like, first of all, nobody even encourages themselves. On top of that, social media discourages you subconsciously, and in conjunction with that, other people fucking put you down. So it's like nobody lifts each other up, including yourself. Like you don't lift yourself up. And I know it's sort of like ironic that the title of this podcast is "You're a Nobody" because just reading that alone makes you feel that feeling that, oh fuck, like what, me? You know what I'm saying? But I made it the title so you can actually click this so you can hear this fucking message. I'm here to uplift you. So I was listening to the video, watching the video last night, and this dude was like brought to tears just due to the fact that like some people were actually able to get inspiration from what he was talking about and change their lives based off of like what he was professing. And I felt that in a small way when I've helped my clients lose weight and they like look at themselves in the mirror and they're like that much more fucking confident and they're that much more like present and they're that much more excited to be alive. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, oh fuck, like I know what that feeling is like, but I also know what it's like on the other end. So I gotta do something to really voice this. You know what I'm saying? Like today was the day I decided to just, you know, even though I don't view myself to be on a pedestal, step down from wherever people think that I am and just tell them I'm not up there. I'm even if I was quote unquote up there, even if I was a celebrity, I'm not different from you. Okay, and allow me to explain some of my experiences in life. Okay, like just again, I don't really like talking about where I come from in terms of like my past and my past experience, my lived experience, but it is important to talk about because it's gonna like that vulnerability is gonna allow you guys and girls to understand how similar we actually are. Like we're not fucking different. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, I was a troublemaker. Growing up, I was the type of kid to, you know, when my parents went on vacation, I would throw like 7-day long house parties, do drugs, skip school to do or sell drugs, argued with teachers. Do you know what I mean? Like I was exactly the opposite of who I am today. Like more than the opposite. I was the polar opposite. Like kicked out at 17, you know what I mean? Involved with the police. And I'm aware that a lot of people haven't had it that bad. I'm not here to compare myself to you and say, "Oh, look how far I've come," but I'm just showing you we're not that different. Like if you really think that all these people on social media are actually better than you, this is your reality check. They're fucking not. They can have $1 million. They can make $1 million every day. Still doesn't make them better than you. They can have a physique, they can have a body. Some of them, you know, fucking paid for it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make them better than you. I came from where I came from, and through self encouragement, through the encouragement of peers in the gym, positive role models like teachers and coaches I've had in my life, I was able to look in the mirror and actually see somebody that was worth fucking like giving a fuck about. And with that, I was able to, and I'm able to continue to aspire to succeed and get my dreams taken care of. Like we see the IFBB Pro card in the back. That was a figment of my imagination years ago. Something that I thought was just a dream that would never ever come true because I was never good enough. And I'm just being honest, guys and girls. I'm keeping it a stack. The ability, like when you are able to look at yourself and like get encouraged, or when other people are able to encourage you and uplift you and get rid of this rose, we'll say rose, these rose-colored lenses that we smokes and mirrors, and you can actually see what you're capable of, and you realize the sky is actually the limit, like no cliche, life gets a whole lot more enjoyable, especially when you share that out with other people, which is why I'm doing this today. Like I dead ass have the freedom and like I fucking enjoy waking up because I get to do this. I get to sit here, share my life experience with you guys and girls, and give you that inkling of like hope instead of you giving yourself that constant doubt as soon as you open up your app. Like this is my purpose. And I realized it as I was, you know, a consumer on the other side, consuming social media constantly, telling myself I was like fucking worthless because X, Y, and Z did it younger than me, or they've got more money than me, they have more opportunity than me. I never looked at what I actually had. I always looked at what I didn't have. And that was like one of the worst things ever. And I know a lot of you guys and girls think that way. And I'm here to actually not correct your thinking, but allow you to understand that that thinking is the start of something great. Only if you allow it to be, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to think that all the time until I realized, okay, well, it is kind of true that I view myself this way negatively, but I've never given myself the chance to view myself in a positive light. Let's see what that's like. Let's see what will actually happen if I say I can instead of I can't. Let's see what will actually happen if I do things that I thought were just not possible for me. And the outcomes are there. I mean, aside from just winning shows and becoming an IFBB pro at 23 years old, even like starting a business, I thought I was fucking incompetent for most of my life. Like just growing up and doing all the stupid shit that I fucking did in my life and hearing from some adults, some family members like, "Oh, this kid is just, no good. He's a loose screw, blah blah blah." And believing that shit fucked me up for a long time. Like I personally, I'll tell you, I really didn't believe that it was possible for me to open up a business, help people internationally, and make more money than I've ever made in my fucking entire life doing so, while being free and inspiring others to chase their dreams. Like that, this sounds like a dream. If you go back in the past and you tell the old Matt this, it's like, okay, what drugs did you take to make you think this was possible? Like, are you hallucinating? That's how powerful it is. That's how powerful chasing your dreams after being encouraged is. You know what I'm saying? So this one's sort of off the cuff, but I have to let this one off my chest because I know for a fact that 99% of us that open the app called Instagram, the app called Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever the fuck, always look at themselves in a negative light as if they can't achieve whatever someone else has achieved, or they're incapable. They're like they're not deserving, they're not worthy of success. Couldn't be further from the truth. And I'm telling you from the other side, we're not that different. You know what I'm saying? I was able to find my purpose and live to serve that purpose every day through actually taking the risk of believing in myself, encouraging myself, which is why I always make it a real effort to encourage other people because I know the power of this shit. As cheesy and as fucking cliche as that sounds, it's true. It's real life. And even though you may look at me on the other end and say like, okay, well, if you're just like new here, you haven't watched my journey or whatever, you haven't followed me for like the last 5 years or whatever. It's like, okay, well, this is like a young IFBB pro. He's natural. He runs his business. You know what I mean? It's online coaching business, blah, blah, blah. He seems perfect. Dude, not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I've still got problems that I deal with, just like you. At this point, not even just like in my past where I was talking about growing up and being like a fucking bad apple. Like, there are things that stress me out today that we don't talk about because social media. I don't put everything out on social media. I put my highlight reels out on social media, just like everybody else. So if you think for one half of a second that the other person that you're looking at on social media has nothing going on in their life, think again. Okay. The moral of this podcast, this episode today, was to remind you, guys and girls, that you're not behind. As a matter of fact, you're right on time. If you're here right now, if you tuned in, you're right on time. You're not behind. And when I say you're a nobody, I'm talking about everybody here, including myself. Like the moment you start to value people more than you value yourself, you made a mistake. The moment you start to undervalue yourself based off of other people's, we'll say, perceived success, because they'll only post the good things on social media, you've lost. All right. So let's take people down off of the pedestal they think they're on without actually, bullying them. Because I don't want you to go and, oh, you're fucking fake. The point is to just recognize that every single person on this social media app is a human being. And because they're doing something that you're not doing, that doesn't like devalue you. You have more than the potential that you need. You're more important than you think you are. Nobody here is special, but everybody here is valuable. That's the moral of today's podcast. All right. So thank you so much for your time and attention today. This is the number one podcast for anyone on this planet, country, or nation who wants to make an amazing mental and physical natural transformation. Again, guys and girls, don't forget to implement at least one thing from this podcast. Remember, information without implementation is just fucking noise. So if you laughed, cried, got any value, motivation, or inspiration from this podcast, share it out to one friend who you know will enjoy it too. All right, shameless plug. If you want to see how I live my life outside of social media, and see how I am in real life, I'm a little bit more savage, a little bit more raw. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, MATT space BUTALE, to see behind the scenes. Also, if you want to become a natural nomad and join the Natural Nomad Academy and lose 25 pounds or gain some muscle, hit me up, shoot me a DM with the words nomad, and I'll see if you'll be a good fit. Again, you do have to qualify. If you don't qualify, I'll let you know what you need to do, to qualify for the next time that you actually decide to apply. Because again, I don't work with just everybody. I don't work with tire kickers. I work with only serious individuals. Just got to let you know that. All right. So it's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. Natural IFBB Pro Matt signing out. Okay, podcast is recorded. I'm actually gonna tune into some of the comments on TikTok, Instagram, and then I'm gonna head out. Okay, TikTok gave me some weird comments, so I'm definitely not gonna read that. You definitely know that. All right. Okay. See here, I know my boy Abraham doing some stuff, and they didn't actually tune into it because I was on the podcast. He says that's so true. Yes, you're disagreeing. Yeah, dope, man. Says me and my girl tried doing that. Awesome. Facts, bro. Oh, homie, what's good? Yeah, I hope you're good too, bro. I know you're not here right now, but you know what's up. Abraham says, I'm gonna step out. I will be back soon. Hopefully, I can do a video call with you. Dope, dope. Big facts. Hey, Top, what's good? He says all the time, goat, the all-time goat. Much love, G. Shout out to everybody that showed up. Bianca, what's good? She says, true. Everybody has their own shit that they're dealing with. By the way, if you ever have the time and you have anything you want or need to talk about, I'm there. All right, I know you're there. Oh, we're good, and I'm good. I'm good. I'm just really trying to create that parallel for other people to understand that social media is not all what it seems. And my day is going great. A little bit slower pace, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy to be alive and serving my purpose. To be honest with you, how's your day going? Ranjit, what's good? I see you, bro. Fluky E46, I appreciate the follow. JDM boy, I see you, man. Oh, then thanks for the likes too, Fluky. We're at 1,000 likes for TikTok on the live stream. Bianca says one of the things that hurts me the most is that people, the people, excuse me. One of the things that hurts the most is that people closest to you will be so much more judgmental than any stranger, unfortunately. And yeah, if they're not judgmental, then they're the least supportive. And I've noticed that as well. And only until strangers start to support you and then other people start to perceive you on this pedestal do those people in your real life start to like actually acknowledge you, which is the cheesiest shit ever, and it's so fucking weird, but it's like reality. And that just shows again how people like perceive social media and behave differently because of it, right? Ty STI, I appreciate the follow. What's good? I assume he's a Subaru boy. Love it, man. All right. Ayo Block, what's up? Love Preet, what's good? Natural Nomad in the house. Bianca also says, not bad. Dad blew the spare tire, so he stuck with me. I like your optimism. Not bad. That's not bad at all. You guys totally aren't stuck in the cold or anything. I love that. I love your optimism. Dope. Dope. That's wicked. All right, people. That's it. That's all. We'll be back again for another live stream tomorrow. We go live Monday to Friday. You know it's good. If you want to watch the replay, you can go to my YouTube channel at MATT space BUTALE, Matt Butale. And you can rewatch this whole entire podcast to get the whole entire gist of what today's topic was about. Just a little recap. It was related to the post I dropped earlier on today. All right. Bianca says, she says, however, I know there's supportive family members, but that's how it feels. No, 100%. There are always gonna be supporters and naysayers, but the fact of the matter is that there are typically more naysayers than people that actually are willing to encourage you, which is which really sucks. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. Perfect. You already know what's up. You already know what I'm about to say. Nobody's perfect. But peace and love, yo. We'll be back again tomorrow. Again, have the sickest motherfucking Wednesday of your life. Your boy signing out. Cheers. Boom.